What's going on, everybody? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody is well. I'm on one today. I'm on one today. Vern's already in the chat starting up trouble. You guys see the title. How much should a man pay on the first date? Shout out to Vern's in the chat. What's going on, Chavis? Glad you're here. But I already know what Vern's thinks. Pay the entire bill. The entire bill. Shout out to my brother Vaughn Sanders from Vaughn Sanders Ministry for being a sponsor. I appreciate your support, brother. Appreciate your support. And thank you so much for the super sticker. Greatly, greatly, greatly appreciate that. What's going on, my brother Todd? How you feeling today? We have to talk soon. We have to talk. All right, so listen. I do not believe chivalry is dead. I'm gonna start off the bat. Let me answer this. How much should a man pay? The first question we need to ask is, should a man pay? Hey, thanks again. Thank you so much again for the extra ends. Greatly appreciate it. So the question is, should a man pay on the first date? Now, I am quasi traditional. I do believe a man should pay on the first date. I will not be up here capping and saying, hey, men should not pay on the first date. I will say this. If the young lady has zero interest in the guy, she should. This is one of those should things. You don't have to do what I ask or do what I say. The woman should offer to pay for her portion of the meal, especially if she's not interested. That's just respect. That's common courtesy. I believe it's common courtesy. But should a man pay? I think so. The question is now, how much should a man be paying on a first date? I come from the school of thought where I am not, or I don't believe men should be trying to impress a woman on the first date. The first date has a function, though. It's to get to know one another, not to show out and prove that you are somebody with money. Okay, gentlemen? That's not your job. Okay. And in fact, if that's your position, then you don't value yourself. And if that's the position that the young lady wants for you, she doesn't value you, just your resources and what you can give to her. So we need to be wise when we go into the dating field, gentlemen. We have to respect ourselves and value ourselves at the same time, valuing the woman. Now, I don't care what the world tells you. How much money you pay on a first date does not determine if you value the woman or not. What actually determines if you value the woman is what you do with the time you spend with her. What kind of conversations are you engaging in? Are you asking questions? Is she asking questions? Are you both reciprocating with appropriate answers, not the whole, yeah, I guess. No, I don't know. Like, we don't want that on the first date. We don't want that on the first date. We want a nice, engaging conversation. But if you go into a dating scenario and you're just trying to impress her, just got your car washed, got your new J's on, clean and fresh and all that, and you take her to the nicest restaurant that you can afford, you drop $300 to $500 on the first date. What are you communicating to her? Actually, what are you communicating to her? Because it's not that you're looking to really try to get to know her, because that's not required on the first date, is it? What's required is a nice, engaging atmosphere where you can reciprocate conversation, not prove that you can splurge on a woman. And I think that's where a lot of us gentlemen get it wrong. That's where you women get it wrong too, because if you expect that, it shows what you really value. And gentlemen, if a woman expects that on the first date, she may not necessarily value you. Ladies, I said may, okay? Because you guys are going to be in the comment section and saying, well, I deserve this, I'm not. I'm just saying, all right? I would value a man who pays that much. You may, but not all women will. Okay, so gentlemen, don't go into a first date trying to splurge all your money, because you're going to find yourself in a disappointing position, because she just might have 3 or 4 other guys waiting to take her out on a first date. So on Friday, you drop $600 on a dinner. On Saturday, another homeboy, coworker, whatever, drops like 400 on her. All right. Next Thursday, she got another brother dropping money. Now, if that's her MO, like I got nothing. You know, she's out there vetting. She can vet whatever way she wants. I'm here to tell you how you need to value yourself, young man, old man, gentleman. Okay. And if you go on a date, a first date, and she expects that to the point where if you take her out on a nice walk in Central Park, go sit by a lake and engage in conversation, you know, even set up a nice picnic, and she doesn't value that, and she says, well, you know, what is this? What are we doing? You may have just dodged a bullet. You may have just dodged a bullet, because that's not required on the first date. Again, first date is not about first impressions. I don't care what the world tells you. It's not about first impressions. It's about getting to know who the person is, really who the person is. And what's dope about having an atmosphere, a scenario where it's not all glitz and glam, what's dope about that is that it helps the mask come off a lot easier, and the two people can be themselves. And I see you guys in the chat. I'm going to engage in the chat in a second, but it helps people just be themselves. That's important on a first date. But we out there trying to drop, you know, bills and bills on women because we want to impress them. But here's the thing, gentlemen. This is what women expect. How you get her is how you keep her. So if you are dropping $600 on a first date, you know what she's going to expect on the next date? Another 600 or more. And is she wrong for expecting that? Nope, because you didn't value yourself and your resources enough to know that it's not about how much money you spend. It's about the activity you engage in to get to know who the other person is. That's your fault. That's your fault. Because if she expected that, you need to end the situation right then and there and move on. And I say this, even if you got the money, you spending that much on a woman that you just met, it just might be a waste. There's this young lady, I saw a video on a shout out to a friend of mine, Felicia, who shared this on her story on Instagram. I wanted to respond to this video, right? React to this video. It hit me. It was like, wow, okay. I'm not saying it. Another guy isn't saying it. A woman is saying it. And an attractive woman at that. But she's saying it, right? And I think that more women like this need to school our young ladies on how to really appreciate a man who's just trying to get to know you, right? So I'm going to share my screen real quick, and we're going to get into this quick video, okay? Check what she says out.
So I'm listening to this interview, and there's some young ladies talking to a couple of guys who are supposedly financial literacy teachers. And they asked the gentleman, you know, how much should a first date cost, you know, to a restaurant? And the response generally was about $300 to $500. Now, I'm just going to say this. One, that's freaking crazy. Two, I am not talking to the millionaires, the business owners who are writing these meals off. I'm not talking to you. So have several seats. What you do is your business, but telling the average guy who goes on a date with the average girl that the requirement should be $300 to $500 is a norm. That is ridiculous. That is unfair. That is an extreme that should not exist. And at the end of the day, these are women who, again, owe you nothing. They do not have to sleep with you. They do not have to have a relationship with you. So you should not be wasting your money, and yes, it's wasting your money, on young ladies who can't get lost in a conversation over coffee.
I didn't say it. She said it. And you know what? I ain't mad at it. And the truth be told, nobody really should be mad at this. It makes perfect sense. Right? You're mad because a man's not spending, you know, a couple of $100s on you on your first date. That's not fair. She said it, not me. I mean, I believe that, but it's not fair, especially if nothing's going to come out of it. And I'm not talking about, like, you know, intimacy at the end of the date. I'm talking about a relationship that's going to lead to marriage. And I'm from the school of thought, and I firmly stand by this, right? I'm not giving another woman while I'm dating her what I plan on giving my wife. Right? I'm not doing that. I don't think that any man should, because here's what happens. Men tend to go all out in the beginning stages of the relationship trying to impress her. And when he got her, and this is game for you ladies, okay? For those of you who really want to be in a relationship, they will go all out in the very beginning of the relationship, splurge and all that stuff trying to impress you. And when they got you, all that stuff tends to trickle off to the side. Then when you get married, you're no longer going on dates. He's no longer flying you to the places he flew you before, right? You've become, a fixture in his life that he knows is going to be there regardless. So he doesn't have to create anything more exciting because he's already done that and he got you. There's some men that think like that. Which is why I encourage men, listen, when you go on dates and you're getting to know somebody, do not go all out. Do not splurge. First, she's going to expect you to remain that way. Okay. And sometimes you brothers out there, your pockets cannot manage a relationship like that. In the beginning, you can, right? Because you're racking up debt and paying on your credit cards. But after a while, when that credit card maxes out and she's saying, hey, babe, let's go to, Paris and let's eat at the Louvre, I don't know, whatever. You can't do it anymore because you max out your credit card trying to win her. Come on. Yeah. She really did speak some words of wisdom to the young ladies. For real. As for the amount, she gets a modest meal amount on a date. A date is like a wine tasting. We ain't buying expensive bottles until we both own the winery. We just tasting. That's a date. Just tasting. He's not referring to tasting, that. He's saying, getting to know each other. That's, seeing if I like where this is going. That's the problem with modern dating today. People move way too fast. We need to slow down. Chill, relax. Why are you moving so fast? Put the credit card away. Go to the ATM, take out $40. And if that can't manage a good conversation with some ice cream and maybe, whatever, then keep it moving. If she expects, a date that you got to pay $600, keep it moving. Keep it moving. That means that she doesn't really value you and getting to know you. She values what you can do for her. And this is why many of you guys are bitter, because you don't know how to date. You have no clue how to vet a woman. You have no clue how to date a woman. You spend all this money trying to win the baddie, and she's not even trying to be won. She just wants she wants your resources. So she's won your resources, and you didn't win the girl because you got played. And then you want to start creating groups of men in certain colored pill communities, right? In certain masculine spheres around YouTube, bashing women. You moved into the dating stage of your life not thinking correctly. You're mad at the women for doing what they want, like that, for trying to get resources, while at the same time you're trying to get her resource down below, right? But you get mad because she's depleted you of your resources. And that's because you wasn't smart in the very beginning trying to get to know who she was. We don't know how to vet anymore in the dating stage. We just want to win. So if she looks good, we got to win her. We got to get her before somebody else gets her. Poor dating strategy. Poor dating strategy. Because somebody's going to win. And young man, if you are out there leading with your resources, you're going to lose every time. Let me say this. Not every woman is like that. So I won't say you're going to lose every time. So I'll retract that. There's some amazing women out there who would appreciate you giving that kind of resource on the first date and won't keep expecting it. She may say, she may, at the end of the date, she may even say, listen, I appreciate what you did for me tonight, but it's not necessary. I just really want to get to know you. If you found a woman, right, who loves God and after you splurge on the first date, has that kind of reaction to it, you better keep her around and get to know her for real, because you just might have a winner. But if she keeps expecting that, you need to run for the hills, my brother. Run for the hills. Now, we have to date smart. We have to date smart. We have to date with intention. And don't let women on YouTube tell you that dating with intention is you spending money to prove that you can be a provider. You can't prove that you're going to be a provider on a date. That's not where the proof lies. You know, here's the actual proof. Here's the actual proof that you could be a good provider. That you won't spend all that money on a first date, because you understand that your resources are going to be better used and suited to provide. That means that you're providing for yourself, right? You have a home, car note, all that stuff, right? You have all that. And you're providing for yourself. And you know what? Right now, we're only dating. My priority is me and providing for me, not providing for you. At this point, we're getting to know each other. I don't need to prove to you that I can be a good provider, which is why I'm not spending $600 on a date. That's the mindset that you gentlemen must have going into relationships. A woman's value is not based on what resources you can give to them. A woman's value is based on what kind of time you can give to them, the quality of that time. And a good woman will appreciate the quality time that you're willing to spend in the beginning stages of a relationship, not the amount of money you're willing to spend. That's just the truth. And if ladies, and I say this in love, if you get upset with me saying that, you may have to do some self-reflection and self-assessment about what you really value in the man, or if you're really ready to be in a relationship. But then there's some of you out there who have the right perspective, that have the right mindset, and understand, I don't require all that. I really want somebody to get to know. And even if they do spend that much money on a first date, I'm gonna let them know it's not required, because I just want to get to know you, right? Without the mask, okay? Maybe sometimes without the makeup, right? Or gentlemen, without the beards. No, I'm not taking off my beard. My beard's, I look way different without my beard. Like, I need my beard. I look really different, like really weird without my beard. It's never coming off. All right. And I'm doing you guys a favor by keeping my beard on. Trust me. Right. But like real talk, like remove the mask. Like that was all a joke just now. But in all honesty, remove the mask, remove the personas that we're trying to present. And let's give our genuine self in the very beginning of the relationship. Because if you're old enough and mature enough to handle this, you understand that you're not going to be for everybody. You're not going to be for everybody. And that's okay. So presenting your true self will give the other person the opportunity to get to know who you are and make a decision. Yeah, this really isn't for me. And you know what? That's okay. And vice versa. Giving her the opportunity to present her true self so that it gives you the chance to say, yeah, you're not for me. And that's okay. But once you go into your wallet and you're pulling out, bills upon bills to pay for a first date, you're not giving yourself the genuine opportunity to truly get to know who the person is, or for them to get to know you, because now she may only see the money or the resources you have. But if you really want her to get to know you, don't worry about how much money you're going to spend in a relationship. Worry about the quality of the time you're going to spend in a date. How much money you're going to spend on a date, first date. But worry about the quality of time you're going to spend on that first date or a couple of dates going forward. You guys may not like it, but it is what it is. Listen, bro, me too. A couple of years ago, I shaved my beard. And I worked at a Head Start program. I shaved my beard, and the children was afraid. No, and without exaggeration, they were scared of me until I grew my beard back. The kids loved me, but I shaved my beard. They were running from me. I had kids crying when they saw me. Right? One kid was like, "No, listen, my beard's never coming off ever again. It's not." And I'll stand by that. All right, guys. So that's my spiel for today, man. She has great points, and I agree. And ladies, I didn't encourage you to not believe the lies that the world is telling you, that your value lies, or a man can truly prove that he values you by how much he spends on you on a date. That cannot be the metric used to determine your value. What should be the metric in the very beginning stages of dating, as you vet one another, is whether or not he can provide opportunity where you guys can spend quality time getting to know one another. Y'all not gonna like that, but it's the truth. What's going on, E Black? Yo, E Black is blowing up on YouTube. Very proud of my brother. Like, keep doing your thing. Keep doing your thing, man. Love it. And thank you so much, my brother. I'm glad that you're here. I'm glad you're one of my faithful Harrison extended family members, man. Really, really, really appreciate it. Now, I'm going to end it here because there's a couple of other people live right now that I really want to check out. But I really appreciate you guys being here with me and joining in the conversation through the chats, man. This is one of those conversations that some people may not like, and it is what it is. When you're dating in the beginning stages, you're really trying to identify if you're good for one another. Okay. And this is for my brothers out there. You do not have to spend a lot of money on the first date. Should you pay? Now, this is my opinion. Yes, you should pay on the first date. Okay. Ladies, though, if you have zero interest, you could probably let him know that you're not interested in him by saying, yeah, I'm going to pay my half. And if he says, no, I got it, just say, no, I'm paying my half. Right? Like that would be the respectful thing. Right. But again, young man, if she requires you to treat her to any kind of dinner over $60-$70, right? And that's, I just lowballed it, right? Because dinner today, even among friends, is more than that. Let's go $100. Let's go 100, right? If she requires more than $100 on a first date, I think you need to step back and say, you know what, I can't go further with this, because she's probably going to be more, and this is just, my opinion, she's probably going to be more concerned about your resources than she is about you. So be cautious, my brothers. Be cautious and move very wisely with your resources as you go into the dating phase if you're looking to date somebody, because you're trying not to put on a mask and front. You're trying to present who you really are to give them an opportunity and allow them to give you the opportunity to get to know who each other really is and determine if you guys move forward from there. That's called mature dating. All right. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. If you have not done so, hit the like button. Okay. By hitting the like button, it helps YouTube, communicate that this is a video worth sharing. And then other people will be able to see this content and see this video. And if you have not done so yet, hit the subscribe button. Hit the bell notification next to it. And by doing so, you'll be joining the Harrison Extended Family. That's my YouTube community here. And by the way, let me just shout out the Mr. shirt. Like, this is the shirt I wore on my honeymoon. The Mr. Right? So hit the subscribe button and the bell notification. It'll let you know when I upload new videos. I'm going to go live like I'm doing right now. Okay. Also, you can support the channel just by giving a small monthly donation. It'll allow us to keep doing content like this and keep pushing good content out there, positive content for people to glean from. And you can do so in two ways. You can hit the join button down below. That way somewhere. I think it's over there. Hit the join button down below. We have inexpensive tiers called third cousins, second cousins, first cousins, and siblings. And if you go to patreon.com /Harrison Family Values, you can have the same tier type there, and you can support the channel through Patreon as well. So we really want to get things moving and going in this YouTube channel. And I really appreciate you guys. We're growing slowly, but we're growing, and I really appreciate that. The more people part of the Harrison Extended Family, the better. So guys, thank you guys so much for watching this video. And until the next upload, a live stream, I am out. Peace.